Mike Radich here, and I'm now joined on the phone by MMA veteran Dion Staring. Dion, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Yep. Dion, you got a fight coming up this Saturday for CFA at CFA 10. It's going to be the main event. But before we get to that fight, your last fight was against Daniel Cormier at the last Strikeforce event. What went wrong for you in that fight?
Because of all, Daniel Cormier is a great fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a very good wrestler, boxer. So he was a good fighter. Wrong was for me was to go fight on heavyweight. In September, I should fought in the Strikeforce event, and we decided to go on 205. So it dropped a lot of weight for that. I was ready for that fight to 205. Then the fight of Daniel Cormier officer, and I gained a lot of weight. And after the fight, it was the best decision that we made. So now I'm back with 205 again.
Mm-hmm. Before that fight at the weigh-in, there was a very intense stare-down. Was there any bad blood between you and Daniel, or was it just something where you were trying to just hype yourself up and get more interest in the fight? Nothing personal?
No, nothing personal.
Mm-hmm.
No, I spoke with Daniel Cormier. He's a great fighter, and I really liked it. It was, that happened in the stare-down. It was I don't know why you call it, but at that moment it felt to do it like that, on that way, but there's no bad blood.
Mm-hmm. And now Strikeforce is now gone. They're no longer an organization. They merged with the UFC. When they merged, the UFC didn't bring you in. Were you kind of surprised that they didn't bring you along because the fight with Cormier was at heavyweight and you are a 205er? Were you surprised they didn't bring you in, or did you kind of see it coming because you did suffer a loss?
I keep, I'm prepared for the worst thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was that they wouldn't put me in a contract. But I was a little bit surprised also. I really had some hopes that the UFC invited me, especially because nobody wanted to fight Daniel Cormier, and I said, of course, why not? I'm going to fight it. I gained a lot of weight to make that heavyweight fight, so I did a lot of things, and I hoped, of course, that the UFC said, we're going to give you a chance in the UFC at 205, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Now, it seems like a pretty quick turnaround. You fought in January, now you're back fighting in early March. Was this the plan after that last fight, was to get a fight pretty quickly, or was it just it happened to be offered to you and you decided to jump on it, getting back so soon?
It was, we talked with my management to fight very soon and drop my weight to 205. Then this opportunity came, so that was a little bit quick. It was really fast, but I said, of course, why not? I'm going to try. I didn't have any injuries after my fight against Daniel Cormier, so my training went very fast, and I went to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I'm training then.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm just curious, how did this fight all come together with CFA? Was it just your manager, Glenn Robinson, did he just come to you with CFA, or were you seeking out them? How did CFA find you?
I don't know exactly what happened, but I was in the Netherlands with my wife, and Glenn texted me from, I can get you on the card of 2 March against McSweeney, so Glenn Robinson did that work. I said, okay, I'm coming back as soon as I can to the United States and train my ass off.
Mm-hmm. Now you're going to be fighting James McSweeney. What are your thoughts about him as an opponent?
What can I say? He's also a fighter that did a lot of fights, and I'm from the Ultimate Fighter show. I have to watch out for every fight. If fight is a fight, there's always chance for both to win. But I trained very well, and we trained on some weaknesses of him, and my strong things we build up more, so that's going to be no problem.
Mm-hmm. Now, James McSweeney, he's a good striker, you're a good striker. You guys have both been working on your ground games. You working with the Black Zillions, he's been working with Robert Drysdale out in Las Vegas. Do you anticipate a fight where it's a lot of stand-up, or in this fight are you anticipating it really going everywhere? Ground, clinch, stand-up? What are you expecting going into this one?
I think a little bit more standing up.
this is fight week. You're fighting this Saturday night. What does your routine look like? Because, obviously the hard training is all done. You're probably just going to tone some things up before the fight, but what does your schedule look like in the days leading up to this fight?
Before the most thing, and was one of the hardest things of my camp, was losing the weight. Like I told you, I gained a lot of weight for Daniel Cormier to be a heavyweight fighter, and now I have to drop it all. So that was one of the hardest things, and I'm going to have to work on it this week. But the rest is going to be a little bit movement and a little bit, I'll walk at the big to it, nothing really special.
Mm-hmm. How close are you to making weight? Are you right on target, or do you still have to drop it out?
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm. I see. And now, Dion, you're training with the Black Zillions down in Florida. This fight is going to be taking place in Florida. How much are you looking forward to fighting in front of kind of your new hometown fans, I guess you could say? How excited are you to be fighting in Florida?
Yeah, very excited. It's a great opportunity to fight here down in Miami. It's a very big place, and CFA is well known here in Florida. So yeah, I'm looking very forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned after the fight with Cormier, you went to the Netherlands. Do you not live in Florida? You just train in Florida, and you live in Florida when you have fights and you have to prepare there? You don't live there full time?
Not yet. My wife is still in the Netherlands, so yeah, I do my training camp here, and I go back for a couple of weeks to the Netherlands, and then I come here. But I'm trying to move here around April or May to get here my own house and my own supplies. I want to move here with my wife, so we can live here together in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Now, is this a multiple fight deal with CFA, or is it just a one fight?
No, one fight. I didn't know what we're going to do after that.
Mm-hmm. I see.
I'm just focused now on March 2nd, get McSweeney, and on Sunday the 3rd or Monday we're going to see what's going to happen then.
Mm-hmm. I see. And now some of your teammates have kind of hit a little bit of a rough patch. Rashad Evans lost his last fight. Alistair Overeem lost his last fight. George Santiago, Ryan Jimmo, Michael Johnson, Melvin Gillard, Matt Mitrione, Miguel Torres. All these guys all have suffered losses in their recent outings. Why do you think that's happened to Black Zillions? Why do you think there's been so much, falling on hard times? Why do you think that's happened? Is it just because this is a new gym and guys are still trying to, find their stride? Or is there something else? What exactly do you think has caused these losses to occur?
I can't really say that. I don't know. Maybe it's some new things for the new gym. Maybe some things have to work different. But I know we train very hard, and we have a good motivation, and we keep motivation us as a team. It's too bad we had so much loss, but we train hard for it. So maybe it's just bad luck. I don't know exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How much do you feel your game has improved since you've been working down there?
I've been improved very much. One of the things, I had a loss against Daniel Cormier, but I won a lot for myself. When I came here, I didn't know anything about wrestling. The guys took me down all the time, and if you see my fight against Daniel Cormier, I can stand up. I can be there on that spot. And the first time when I was here in Delray Beach, I didn't have to say anything about wrestling. So that one of the things that really improved myself. Also, like on the ground and standing, and my whole game, but especially the wrestling is very improving.
Mm-hmm. And who have you been working with in preparation for this fight? Who are your main sparring partners for this one?
I train with a lot of the guys, but especially Scott Bear, Scott Barrett. He's the bear. Bear.
Yeah. Right.
Did some work with Thiago Silva. Train with AJ and Mitrione. So yeah, I do my bets with Roberto Flamengo. He's holding my bets. So everything is very good. Mm-hmm.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Roberto
I see. And now, Dion, last thing, what's your prediction for the fight on Saturday?
Win, of course.
Sure. Of course. Anything more specific? Do you have a round in mind, a method in mind?
I don't know, but I don't think it's just going to make the goal.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Sounds good. Dion,
Okay.
real quick before I let you go, do you have any sponsors you would like to thank, and is there anything you'd like to say to the fans?
Oh, yeah. Follow me on Twitter, at Dion Staring for Twitter. I want to thank my sponsors, Jocko Clothing, F3 Nutritions, and come on, looking forward to see you on March the 2nd. You see me out fighting against McSweeney.
Dion, thank you for taking the time to talk. I really appreciate it, and best of luck on Saturday.